Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Well, as you can see, we are looking at two of my favorite puffer fish here, and these are brackish water fish. And there are a couple of guppies in here as well, but I want to introduce you to my figure eight. And there are a total of, I want to say four, or maybe three figure eights in here. Those are the other two over here. And then there are also green spotted puffers. And so they've lived in this tank together for about 5 or 6 months now. And you know, it's really just worked out fantastic. This is a 40-gallon breeder tank. And this is all artificial plane tree and plants. But I did get some wood from the river, and I soaked that out really well and made sure that it didn't have any bacteria or anything. So basically, I properly cleaned it, you know, with peroxide. I boiled it and the whole jazz. I can make a video about that process if you want. Just let me know below. But that's what I did. And long story short is I took wood from the river and I basically boiled it, made it sanitary, and put it in the tank. And now it is what it is. But this has been their little home for about maybe 8 months or so. And they are actually hiding. They're probably scavenging. Is that a word? Scavenging, looking, prowling for what's left of the food because they just got done eating. And a lot of times they're pretty interactive with me. But like I said, these are my babies here. Some of my babies. I have a lot of babies. Fish babies. And dog babies too. But these are my guys. I was a little skeptical about getting the green spotted puffers just because I didn't know if they were going to be, you know, aggressive toward any of the other puffers or, you know, towards you know, other fish that look like them. But I talked to the guys over at Fishy Business in Colombia, and they really gave me a breakdown. They was like, you know, Richard was saying, one of the guys who works there was saying, you know, no, they'll be fine if they don't, you know, you probably just need to add some, you know, some more plants or something like that, just so they don't see each other. But, you know, they should get together. That's my imitation of Richard. Well, they should be fine together, basically, is, you know, what he told me. And this really works out. I do water changes every week. And so that means that you have to balance out how much salt, like this here, instant ocean salt, and it's so cheap, well, not cheap, affordable, on Amazon to buy that, because you're gonna, you know, possibly be needing a lot of it. Like, salt doesn't evaporate from like brackish tanks, but you know, when you do your water changes, you'll need to make sure that you're using a hydrometer there, right, to make sure that you're able to balance out, you know, how much salt you need to add or take out. And that normally takes you know, quite some time to kind of figure it out when you first set it up. But when you do, you know, consistent water changes, and you know, you're making their water all fresh and clean, then, you know, you will need to add a certain, you know, whatever you're taking out, you will need to add it back in to still keep that brackish balance. And so I wish that they would come up to me. Normally, if I have some food, if I have some food, they come right up. And maybe I could just go get some food. Maybe that's what I'll do. All right, so welcome back. I did go get some food. I went and got some bloodworms here. And let's see if they'll come up and they'll talk to me a little bit. Because I know they're probably still hungry, although I did just feed them. They're probably still hungry. So watch me work. Mm. All right, so this is just a bloodworm, and these other ones don't know that I've got the food. So I want them to kind of come up here too and be social. There we go. And we got some feeding going on. These little guys love to eat. I mean, you can already see their bellies are full. Because I just fed them, but they are always willing to eat, which is phenomenal, but can also be expensive. So, you know, pick your poison. But you know, I love my little guys. They bring me so much joy. He took all of that, didn't he? That's the thing about them. They are just so aggressive when it comes to food. They, you know, do share though. They share their food. And, you know, I also have to just kind of make sure that they are, you know, sharing and not being rough on each other. Unlike other puffers, like Amazon puffers, that just bite each other and just are just really mean toward each other when it comes to food and, you know, living together. But that's another video. But today, this is all about my figure eights and green spotted puffers. And like I said, this is a 40-gallon tank, and there are a total of three figure eights, and I want to say 3. Look at that stomach. Look at that stomach. 3 figure eights and 3 green spider puffers, I want to say, as we look together. I love these guys. They're so beautiful. I normally keep their water temperature. They got a heater in the back. And I normally keep their water temperature around 80, 81. And then I also have a water blower back there to just kind of give them that river-like feel, you know. But I really wanted this just to be a really nice tank for these guys. And I want to put some more plants in here, but I'm like, man, you know, it's hard to get them to come out and play now. So I think they are doing just a-okay in this tank. And I think they like it. I think they like that. I think they love it. I love it for them. Because they're so cool and they're so amazing. And they are just, you know, the best fish. One of the best fish to keep. Along with the guppies, which I thought, you know, are only going to survive for a few. But they actually have babies. I'm trying to see if I see any now. But they have babies in here. I mean, they breed like crazy. And I think that it's also, you know, just cool for them to, you know, just have another fish in there with them that just keeps them entertained. I've never seen them really chase the guppies. I think in the beginning, when I first put them in there, they did. But after a while, they just kind of got used to them and was like, all right, well, you're part of the tank. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. What I did allow my tank to do was build up this algae. So I don't really know if there's like a brackish algae eater. I'm still kind of researching that, but I think it'd be great because there's so much algae on the tank here. That would be great for, you know, if there is a brackish fish. And it's the same thing on the other side. This guy's got algae on there. And I think that it kind of gives them coverage, you know. But these are my figure eights and my green spotted puffers. Love these guys. Just wanted to share my love and excitement for this fish, for these fishes with you. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. I'm so glad that you decided to come back to my channel and check out my cool fish. Of course, we're learning together. As I learn, you learn. And if you have any questions, of course, feel free to write them below so I can maybe provide an answer to your question. And then we'll be learning together. You like to learn together? I like to learn together. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for checking out my fish video about my not puffers. That'll be the next video about my figure eights and my green spotted puffers. I'll see you soon, guys.